Hey, Johnny.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good.
Awesome. How was the game?
The game was excellent. The first round, we started off very well in our team, but some stuff happened. We had trouble getting some good
So
fobs.
so let
Yeah.
me introduce everybody to the stream here. Let me make sure I'm saying this right because Mel, you're trying to help me out. So this is OMBD Melinberger.
Melabro, yeah, that's right.
Melinberger. There, that's kind of
Yeah,
kind of close for people who don't speak English.
yeah, it
Oh,
is.
here's Johnny. Hey, so you can get us on Discord. Join us. I got my 3-year-old sitting in my lap here. He just got done from a nap, so
Oh, nice.
let me see if I can pull up footage from the game. Let me tweak OBS here. Let's add sources. Woo! Um, Excellent job on those East Hills. OMBD. That was something else. From storage
Thank you.
site. The East Hills of storage site. You guys had that locked down, and
Oh,
that's
yeah, that was some tough fighting. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. You were getting pelted from all angles, and I love that you had this line going on where you had that east building locked down, and then you kind of pushed off, so you had a couple guys in the east building, and then you also held that those hills right there.
Yeah, I think that the hills are very important to hold. I mean, if you just inside a flag, inside a building, you're gonna get bombed to shit. So,
Absolutely. So why the east hills and not the west hills?
well, we kind of divided our forces with a good plan going on for the entire team. We're left and right flanking with two squads going on the flag, and it's just divided from west to east. So, but east
Uh,
hills, they're important because they bring you up so close.
there we go. Here, let me quick pause the stream so I can get. Oh wait, CCFN OP for Slight. So this works, I think now. Past broadcast. All right, yeah. Let me pull this up. So it automatically broke it up. So now I should be able to point on the west. Let me pull this up so I can stream the stream. This will be really weird. We're gonna do streamception here.
Hey
All right.
guys,
Hey, hey. Let me just get window
it's
capture.
War Johnny here.
Hey, what's up? So Johnny from the Warriors, is that right?
That's right.
Awesome, Johnny. Well, welcome. Let's see if I can get this here. Boom. Is this working now? Lordy, lordy. I don't know. So I'm trying to get the stream to actually show the stream, but OBS is being a pain in the ass.
Get the stream to show the stream.
Yeah, I'm trying to have the stream show the stream, if that makes any sense. But Johnny, yeah, I'd love to know. Why don't you guys kind of break down while I kind of mess with this? Kind of walk me through your experience with Community Clan Fight Night and kind of what you guys were bringing into this game. And that's Milo. It's my 3-year-old. Sorry, guys, if you can hear him. He's
Hey,
he's,
Miles.
he's casting the game.
Right.
So go ahead and why don't you guys kind of give me your thoughts about that while I kind of figure out this deal. So I'll give you a topic.
You wanna go first?
Yeah, Community Clan Fight Night. How'd you get started, and what happened here for this game? How'd you get into this one, and how'd you approach this game?
That's you, Millen, bro.
That's me. Okay. Oh, I got started with CCFN. That was, Chronic, pretty much him. He invited us to come play, and I've been enjoying it ever since. It's quality gaming.
For the Warriors, it started around, I think, CCFN 13. I might be mistaken, but that's when we finally got big enough to start playing the CCFNs. Basically through Chronic. First time we played, had great fun. Couldn't stop since.
Yeah, we came in
Hey,
after you guys. We haven't played so many. I think maybe like higher teens, right?
Yep.
I think we started around 18.
18, yeah.
18, yeah. So we started 13.
So yeah.
And then for this particular game, have you guys played before on the same team before?
I think we have. We weren't on the same team this round, though.
That's right, you weren't. So what was it like going up against each other?
Good times.
It was definitely a great CCFN, no doubt. First round, epic. Second round, epic for you guys.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
And then Warriors, where were you guys coming from? Like on this match, what was your general kind of thought of where you were approaching from, and what were your general kind of strategies moving into OP First Light?
Right. Well, first round, both rounds we did pretty much the same thing. First round, I was pretty much flanking around the map, putting fobs almost anywhere I could to get us a good positioning on storage and on the back caps later on in the game, which proved out to be pretty effective. Second round, I tried doing the same thing. Might have been too audacious there. I should have just pushed straight into storage that second round. But yeah, definitely our role was getting those fobs down, getting those positions to let the team spawn in, do what they need to do.
And Mel, with OMBD, what were you guys what was your thought on this round, knowing everything that you beforehand? Or is anybody still there? By the way, this is the first time we've done. This is the first time we've done interviews after the fact. So welcome everybody. Oh, and I see there's more people in here as I'm fighting around with this. I'm trying to get the stream to show up. So.
I think I was pressing the wrong button while speaking there.
Oh, there you go. That works.
Yeah. Now we just went full in for storage with numbers. I mean, just a D flag that matters on that map.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. That second round proved it without a doubt that storage is absolutely critical. So that first round, we managed to get the fobs good enough to let the team get it, but the second round, I guess, just didn't go as well for us.
Why do you think that is, Johnny? What do you think it was about second round? First round was almost a nail biter. Like, you guys were definitely a little more aggressive, and then I saw you guys pull back to defense. There was still, I think, Redcoats were on Castle, and there wasn't a lot of people moving on the attack. Like, what was there a shift on your side that second round that you guys let's go defense, or what happened to facilitate that change?
I think we didn't get a good enough position on storage at the beginning, and that really let the other side get in storage, lock it down, and they locked it down very well. It was definitely not easy getting in there. Apart from that, I'm not sure. I guess it was just maybe some miscommunication at the beginning, but they just played very, very well that second round. Those optics sure helped.
No, but for sure, I mean, we noticed that the second round, our teamwork was greatly improved. We kept our sectors better, intra-squad meaning. We're deeper out on the flanks, and it just worked better. We should have done the first round.
Did you guys lose? Obviously, I was in the other game. It's Chronic. If you guys lost many fobs, I think over on the other server, we lost 3 or 4 in the first round, as did the other team. It made the first round quite close ticket-wise. On the second round, the teams held it together much more. And the kind of the ticket value was much greater, like 100+ tickets on the second round.
Oh yeah, they were definitely getting our fobs. That's partly on me too. I think so. My fob positioning was just not good enough. They were getting those fobs. They keep out and take them down, replacing them just to get them down again. So that's probably on me there. Could have done some better fob positioning. For sure, a factor in this game. First round and second rounds, fobs were flying.
And I always find it quite tricky to get good fob placements, or keeping fob placements alive on OP First Light. I think it's one of the more difficult maps for fob placements.
Oh yeah,
I agree completely, for sure.
So great news, guys. I have the stream on stream thing working, I think. We'll see in 3 minutes because of the delay that's happening with the stream, but it looks like I'm casting via OBS, so we could take a look. Do you guys want a quick walk through game 1, game 2?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. So
yeah, sure.
So game 1 starts off with Warriors on Team US and OMB. So we've got Warriors, Redcoats, 20th Regiment of the Foot, and Finnish Squad, FSQ, on the US side. And then that means that everybody else, so OMBD and company here, Fear Academy, who else we got there? Zulu X-Ray Delta is on Militia side. So first things first, what happens is we have this amazing push from Militia here. Take a look. So I'm pausing here. I've got it on the screen here. I'm going to just describe what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing FSQ, OMBD. I'm seeing everybody push in from the Militia side onto storage. In this, it's like 2 or 3 squads. Well, how many guys was that actually?
First round, that was 3 squads from our point of view, but they were supposed to head out to the west as well.
Okay, so even though it looks like they were pushing, so they were supposed to be some moving to the west, some moving onto storage site, and so
basically the plan was to have 2 full squads at storage, but the other squads are working close by on the flanks.
So why 2? Why 2 squads on storage?
We need the numbers.
So the numbers, because that's how the game works right now in the state, that you need to have people on the point in order to capture it, and there's that capture zone. When you go to capture storage site, for instance, where do you like to be in order to do that capture point? Because you have to be in a certain area.
Yeah, I like to be outside though, like killing the enemies coming in. You see what happens here at the beginning. We move up for the east buildings and clear out the backside of it.
Yeah, if you guys want to catch, if you want to play along, if you go to about the 10-minute mark, if you pull up the VOD, and you can actually watch what I'm watching here, and we can kind of loosely sync this up, so it's all kind of like a DVD commentary. If you go to the Community Clan Fight Night in Twitch, and you pull up your VOD, and right now I'm at 10 minutes and 5 seconds ish, and if you get on, feel free to ping me, and I'll tell you what the stream is being able to see at this time. But we see Zulu X-Ray Delta, Mel, is what you're saying. They're pushing into the west. They're actually engaging now with Redcoats, I believe. No, that's sorry, there's somebody else over there. Trying to see. That's Warriors. That's Warriors, Johnny. So you guys are now fighting with these guys on the west, the Zulu X-Ray Delta. This is first game storage site. So why did you pick the West Hills there?
Actually, I can't really see the stream you're seeing right now. I think I'm delayed.
Sure. No, you will be. You will be. Oh, no, you're good.
Yeah. Why were we on the west? Because we had people on the east. We knew that we had to engage. Well, actually, I had part of my squad on those West Hills. If you can see, I'm not there with 2 others. I'm actually around putting fobs on the east and behind Castle and such. I've got 6 of my other guys there on the west because I knew I had to hold them off before pushing to storage while I get those fobs down.
So Johnny,
pretty much just delaying.
Oh, I was going to say, I think you bring up a really good point that even though that you're a full squad of 9 guys, you have broken it up where you are still a full squad, but you've kind of made fire teams, so you split it up? Or how do you manage that as a squad leader, that you don't have the entire squad, even though we're all, squad 3? How do you break it up that you want to move a little bit more nimble and not just move 9 guys to a point?
Right. Well, especially on games where the players are so good, all the squads here are just great. I know that you have to play it a bit differently. Mostly if I'm on public server, I don't do too much of that splitting up. But on these games, it's all about flexibility. So I split it up just enough to give me flexibility and an answer to any problem I see. On this certain match, I just split it up with 2 guys on me to get a fob party going on. 6 other guys, which is a lot of firepower. 9 people is quite a bit of firepower. You don't need all 9 in order to hold up a whole squad. It's, 4 people in a good position is enough to hold off a squad, if not 2. That's my train of thought, is that if you can't split them up, do enough damage, why not?
You want to cover some
It's all
ground?
about the flexibility.
You're definitely covering that ground. So we see some 303rd right now on this replay here. Let's zip around and see what else we've got. So if you are on the VOD, I'm at about 13 minutes, right around there. I see. Let's see if we can get some more features. We've got a couple more Old Men Bring Death in here with us. Feel free to speak up, guys, if you see anything. Skipping over to the 14-minute mark, and I see Fear Academy has now moved on to Nelrim Village. This was actually a critical moment in the game here. So game 1. Everybody moved to storage site. United States almost all in on storage site. I'm kind of jumping between 13 minutes and 14 minutes here as I go back and forth here. But Fear Academy sneaks up behind onto Nelrim Village. So Fear Academy brings an entire squad in. There's only 2 20th Regiment of the Foot guys on there. They're calling out, and then we start to see Redcoats and Warriors pull back to Nelrim Village. Is this ringing any bells for you guys?
Yeah.
So Johnny, what was that like? I mean, you were advancing, you were dropping fobs, and I'm seeing your warrior guys are zipping back here and defending Nelrim Village.
Yep. At that moment, I saw that most of my guys were in a good enough position to get back on Nelrim, knowing that if we lose Nelrim, that's the game. I mean, if you can't keep Nelrim, you're not going to get storage, and if you're not going to get storage, you're going to lose the game. That's what it was. I saw my guys in a good enough position to get back on. I told them to get back on.
Super
so that we had enough time to get storage later on.
That's fantastic. Well, that was very quick. That is not normal to see people respond so quickly to that threat. And that's what we've been seeing with the change that there was a functionality in this game. It's an early access game, Squad is. Things are constantly changing. And what's really cool about you guys is that you're very on top of the current meta of the game, which is changing almost on a weekly basis. I mean, there's parts that are changing weekly here. And you guys are really on top of it. But things that I haven't seen is that reaction time. That now that there is that functionality of double neutral that was in the game where you could still be attacking and even if the point behind you was taken, you could still neutralize that point. You can no longer do that. If your point is neutralized, you have to run back. And I don't see people doing that. And this was a rare exception of a really well done effort there.
Yeah, just on that point, Johnny, about the change in the capping mechanics. As you said earlier, you could just double neutral it and that'd give you time to breathe and essentially work your way back to your defense and clear it. But people aren't changing the way they think about this game. There's big mechanic changes coming in, and people are still trying to play it the same way. You know, instead of that, right, we're dropping bodies on that neutralized flag. If that gets capped and they're already on the point, we're going to be in serious trouble. So it's just thinking on your toes a bit more.
Absolutely. Everybody welcome Redcoats BLITZA here to our kind of after-action report. Thanks for joining us, BLITZA, representing Redcoats. Fantastic matches all around for all the clans. So great job. So we're kind of doing a recap on game 1 here. We're looking at the VOD because there's not a great way to sync it all up. So if you want, you can pull up the VOD of the stream, and we're about the 20-minute mark as we kind of just jump around. Just so you can kind of see what the stream is seeing, because there's a 3-minute delay on the stream. There's a lot of crazy things going on right now. We could probably do the after action a little more live. But any highlights that you guys kind of want to look at of game 1 of Community Clan Fight Night Week 28?
Not really, because it was a lot of back and forward until sort of maybe the last 10 minutes when we managed to flip castle and then have positions ready for the final cap. So really, the sort of the highlighted area for me would be the last 10 minutes where those 2 flags kept, because over storage it was back and forward so much.
What was the tipping point in your round Blitz? Because like you say, it usually goes back and forward on storage, maybe castle or village, but then there's usually one tipping point where a fob gets taken or for whatever reason the team overextends and then momentum goes one way. Was there a tipping point in your first round?
Yeah, I mean, sorry, Mel. Go on.
No, go ahead, buddy. Yeah.
It was just that, like I said, it was to and fro over storage, and it seemed like everyone was throwing everybody in there, and then we were getting pushed in, we were pushing out. So I ended up getting them a bit of a sneak round onto castle while still having support on storage. So it was literally minimal bodies. We slipped out and we got the flip, and then of course they've pretty much taken over storage, so all their bodies are tied up. So when you flip castle, then you've got the shorter trip to last.
Yeah, when you got that northwestern fob up, that's when it really started happening for us. You know, we hit so hard from the north. So hard.
Yeah.
That north, yeah, we got that fob up all the way beginning of the game, first 5 minutes of the game.
I was even trying to get Flaxen to find that fob. Like, Flaxen, go find that fob.
Just to add on what you said, Johnny, about the quick reaction time on Nilrum, is that the reaction time is only as quick as the guys defending are able to communicate. And I just want to say that first round and second round, BLITZA, his Redcoats, and also 20RR and 303rd Banshee, I believe, was squad leading. Their communication was excellent. Them letting us know where to go was the key to really those reaction times. So it's all about the communication, and they did that really well.
Yeah, that's one thing that as people like Squad is obviously with this Steam summer sale, Squad has gotten a huge influx of new players, and I think that a lot of people are expecting a Twitch shooter game, but what they're finding out about, maybe painfully, is the fact that it's really a positioning and a communication game. Like, you don't have to be the best shooter, but if you are a good talker, if you could get the flank, if you can see flanks, and you can be just as effective as someone that's a real quick reaction Counter-Strike player type guy.
Yeah, this is an argument I've been having with people for a long time. The best players in the game aren't your 40, 50 kills. They're your squad leaders who are communicating and coordinating the team. They're the players of the game.
Guys, isn't it? It's the big picture,
yeah.
Guys.
And like you said, Johnny, if you can talk well and you're confident and you can spot things, then you're in.
Absolutely.
Even if you're new to the game, and you don't really know what's going on, you don't know really the game mechanics. If you communicate, that's more than 50% of the job. And communication is just key. If you can talk, that is more than what many people can do. That's really, really key.
So what's really also great about this Community Clan Fight Night, which is pretty cool because of the fact that this truly is a community effort. Like, none of us work for any of the developers. This is just all, we love playing the game, and you guys love it so much. I think we all actually love it so much that we were like, hey guys, let's get other people, let's get clans together to, like, let's all play together and do tactics and teamwork and communication and stuff. And that's what this whole group was kind of born from. And that anybody can pretty much participate in these events, isn't that right?
Yeah, and any active squad clan really. So we're looking for teams with 9 players to enter. It's basically how CCFN works, Community Clan Fight Night.
So, and it's been going on for quite a while.
I mean, this is where the money is for me. I mean, it's the full game. I mean, unlike maybe like small skirmish matches, 9 against 9. I mean, having just a full server and then where everyone's communicating, it's like good action. This does it for me. It's best.
I think
it's a nice
adrenaline kick. Yeah. For me, as a player, the magic with CCFN is always kind of been what Mel says. You know, you've got a situation where you've got 9 clued up squad, 8 clued up squads, 4 per team. And we play week in and week out, but every week that team you play on will be different. You'll be working with different squad leaders, and you never really quite know what the outcome is going to be. So all you can do is kind of make your best effort, go into that mixing pot, and see what happens. And for me, that's always been the beauty of CCFN. You know, you never know what's coming next.
Big kudos both to Chronic, BLITZA, and the other guys letting their servers be used for this, really putting in a lot of effort for the other guys to play. It does not go unnoticed by the community. So yeah, definitely give props to where it's due.
Well said, Johnny.
I think we had Zulu X-Ray Della put a server forward tonight, so
yep, big thanks to them as well.
You know, but that's kind of how it goes, really. Everyone chips in, does a little bit.
Well, that's the cool part. Everybody does a little bit, and then we have this really awesome big group thing where everybody's having a great time. These were absolutely, without a doubt, 2 of the best squad games I've ever seen. The second game I thought was actually going to be a lot closer. Like that 98 ticket win at the end, or loss, or whoever side you were on, was I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. I thought that there was still another 20 minutes to go in the game with how it was going. Did you guys expect the second game to kind of go the same as the first, or what were you guys thinking for that second game?
No, it felt much more even, at least for us. It's pretty intense.
That's Haze from FA.
I think the difference was
on the winning team on that one.
I think the main difference was OMBD, FA, and the rest of the boys got their act together on storage, and they just held us off really well. That was it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. We had a good talk mid-game. I could tell between the matches.
Lines. Screaming at each other. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, just about to say we had a good talk between. It's kind of what lost the game for us. Well, what we felt like our squad lost the first game. We lost cohesion with the group, so we felt we lost our initiative.
And that's the one, mate, is adapting. You go in at half time and you think this isn't working, let's mix it up.
I think overall the communication of our team was better the second round, maybe.
Why do you say that?
I think it.
No, because from B side, the first round we were just getting hammered from all sides there on the storage, so I could barely hear what people were saying and stuff. It's just like constant hammering. So you can't really do much. So the second round we had more discipline in our own squad, so we easier to hear what other people are saying, stuff like that. So sometimes you have just too much communications actually. You can't hear what other people are saying because people are yelling close by. Nades are going out, they're shooting. It's chaos. It's nice.
Were there any moments for you guys that really stuck out for game 2?
I think we had way more control of the flanks, to be honest.
And welcome Fear Academy, Haze and Irish Rangers here with us. So, and that was Irish, you were saying that you had more control of those flanks, and definitely if you guys go through the VOD, you'll definitely see you absolutely did. In fact, that's where all the play was happening, believe it or not. There was not many people, believe it or not, after it got to like a certain point in the game, it was just all flanks. There was no one was actually attacking or defending on storage site itself. It was really surreal. Like I stepped back and I was like, what is even happening right now?
Yeah, the first game, the positioning was a bit bad because whenever we moved in, we got shot in the back. So we didn't know where the fob was. We didn't go hunting the fobs. We were more concerned about the point. So it just ended up in a big clusterfuck where we had enemies come in every direction. And we lose our fob. People panic, try to get an emergency fob up. That gets pushed. Then it fell apart after that. But the second game, it was better because we controlled the flanks a bit more. And we knew where their enemy fobs were. So we knew where they'd be pushing from, and that's pretty much what it was. We didn't really know where they were pushing from in game 1, because every time we moved, we'd get shot from a different direction. So
yeah, the flanks were surreal. Like everybody was just, the tactics and the movement was a pinnacle. Like I just implore everybody, check out the VOD and watch and see, people were getting flanked. It was like flanks, we're getting flanked. It was like 3 levels of flank that were happening. Was that planned, or was that just the group of the 4-man fire teams, or the group? Or how did that end up happening? Was that just dumb luck?
No, we actually played the same strategy the second game as the first game. So the strats were the same, but it was a bit more chaotic in the first game. So the second game was the exact same strat. We'd agreed at the start that we played 2 flank squads and 2 squads on the storage site. But I don't know, it just worked out better in the second round, I think.
It's hard with OP first light. It's always a battle, and I think the closeness of the rounds kind of a testament to how often we play together. Because I know on server 1 we had a slightly smaller game than you guys. It was only 3 clans per team, but the battles were close both rounds. You can't give or take an inch on OP first light. There's contact everywhere, and I assume with the fuller server you feel that even more. Since day 1, OP's always been a player favorite, and one thing you were always guaranteed is a battle on OP, without doubt.
Yeah, the meta turns out kind of weird on First Light, because you get the feeling everybody knows where the fobs are gonna be, because there's like a limited amount of spots where you can put them, like tactically sound.
I mean, the beauty about Operation First Light is that everybody knows. I mean, if you've been playing long enough, it's all about getting the. I don't know if you can curse on the stream, so I won't. But get bodies on storage. Just get those bodies on storage. But then you know that if you don't have bodies on the flanks, you're not going to get on storage. So it's always really about getting that balance. It's a work of art on Operation First Light. It's just about thinking. It's one of the best maps to start learning how to squad lead. Get the hang of flanking. Get the hang of working together as a team. Just a great all-around map.
Yeah, get the hang of working in a pressure environment as well as a squad leader on OP.
I guess if you want to understand like storage, you watch like the beginning of the matches when everyone just goes through it, how they position themselves just in the beginning. It helps a lot.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer, guys. This is Johnny here. I'm a firm believer in the game is literally won or lost in the first 6 minutes. Like definitely on pug matches, without a doubt. With CCFN, it's not so much the case, but that initial movement, is just so important.
Yeah, I think you can always pick out, certainly on server one, in the first round we could pick out, and in the second round I could pick out where we lost it, because it was one win apiece on server one. But in the second round, there's one particular move where we went north of storage when we should have come south to defend. We ended up overstretched, and that gave them the opportunity to get onto nil rem, and it kind of been 50-50 since then. So there's always that tipping point.
Yeah, still incredible games here, guys. Community Clan Fight Night here, week 28. We have a lot of new people, like I said. If you're interested, I mean, what about people that are checking out the stream that have never played Squad before, and this is what they're seeing for the first time? What do you guys think for Squad in general? Who's the kind of person that wants Squad? Why will they like it, and why will they keep playing?
I don't want to start preaching or coming across in a certain manner, but if there is any new players out there that are watching the stream that are interested in playing Squad, I think the best thing you can do is come to the game with the right mindset. If you're coming onto the servers once you've got the game, be willing to cooperate, be willing to work in a team, work in a squad, and communicate with your fellow squad members, because at the end of the day, that's what squad's always been about. Communication is key. I think it was mentioned before in the previous 5 or 10 minutes that you can have the best Twitch shooters, but if they're not sat there talking to each other, they're just going to get steamrolled. So, come into the server on the right frame of mind, and you'll have a great time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Squad is a game for people who are really looking to get a bang out of their buck, to play a game that changes every day. You'll never have the same 2 matches. I mean, it's the people who are looking to play a mature game, or looking to get into mature gaming. Fast pace, slow pace. It's so dynamic. It changes so much. And a tip for all the new players: find a group that suits your needs and your personality. Find that group and play with them, because Squad is a whole different game if you're playing with friends or the group of people you can trust and rely on in the game. Absolutely, 100%. Find the group of guys you can play with. There are so many groups out there, so many different types of clans. All great guys. Can say it's one of the best communities I've ever had the honor to play with, and there's a place for everyone. Find that group, play with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you guys tell people, or when you guys hear, well, it's in early access, so it can't be any good, or I don't play early access games? I mean, what do you guys, when it comes to Squad in particular, do you guys have a different, or do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, just fucking play it, then you'll find out. Do you know what I mean? People have this fear of early access because of the letdowns they've had in the past, and that's very good, but doesn't mean it's the same one every week. So get it bought and get in, and you'll see that, yeah, it's early access, but it's one of the most solid infantry fighting I've ever done. So
it's beautiful, it's smooth. I mean, and it works. I mean, the infantry combat is amazing.
And anyone that's ever played an early access game and they play Squad, they'll tell you it's the best alpha they've ever played. It's rock solid. Yeah, there's little niggles that, but
I think it's nice that the devs are so involved as well. I think that's the main point of it. They actually listen.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm happy that the game looks the way it does in alpha. I'm so excited for the future of this game. I mean, if this is pre-alpha, what's going to happen in a year? This game is so fun the way it is. It's absolutely intense. It's crazy. So what's going to happen next? I mean, I'm just excited.
Awesome, guys.
Yeah, probably if you like it, if you were gonna like it in the future, probably like it now because it's a different kind of game.
It'll just be interesting to see the meta change when vehicles come.
Oh, absolutely. And vehicles incoming. Guys, did you guys see the June update? Vehicles are very close. How you guys?
That one got me going.
Yeah? What do you think is going to happen? What are your not to brainstorm what's going on. What do you think's the biggest change is going to be for vehicles? What's your biggest change?
It's going to be a whole different game.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole
different game.
Yeah, FOBs. Logistics.
Yeah, that's one that's going to change the most, I think.
Yep.
Bob, the speed of the game, I feel it's going to change. I mean,
the pace is going to slow down a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be driving your one Humvee right into a line of RPGs, right? You're going to be a little more careful. So
the fight will be valuable for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited, guys. Well, I can't thank you guys enough. This is our first time we've done an after-action report here for CCFN since I've been involved. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming out tonight and representing your community clan and offering some words of wisdom here and participating not only in this community clan fight night, but in almost 28 separate weeks before this. So thank you so much, guys.
Thanks for doing all this for us, Johnny. Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, big thank you to Johnny commentating. Like, you should do this professionally, man. You're fucking good.
Chronic BLITZA for hosting and arranging. Good job.
Yeah.
FA for holding the flanks. Marvelous.
Yeah, did you guys?
I think,
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, it's just worth saying that kind of Johnny and Saint Sasius and all the staff at CCN, as well as all the clans that take part, we all do it off our own backs because we want to do it. So, I mean, if you're out there watching this stream now and there's some facet of the event that you think you might like to get involved in, because you have an interest or you get enjoyment from doing that kind of thing, and then please find your way onto Discord or contact one of us on the Joint Squad forum. And we can hold that discussion. That's it.
Awesome, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Community Clan Fight Night. Get Squad. It's on sale right now for another day. Normally $40 United States currency. We have pounds or euros? Does anybody know some conversion rates they can throw at me here?
For 30 quid.
So 30 quid normal. On sale, though, right now.
It's like 22 quid, is it?
Boom.
€27.
And you guys, can somebody just quick hit me with how many hours? Let's just go down the list. Mel, how many hours you got in the game? If you're around.
Around 600, I guess.
600 hours. Blitz, how many hours?
300 on Steam, but countless before that.
So over 300 hours on Steam. Johnny,
well over there.
Johnny, how many hours?
500.
500 hours.
It came out on Steam. 500 hours. Yeah.
Chronic, how many hours you got?
No.
Oh Jesus.
No
KC there.
No comment.
No comment. Haze and Irish. Haze and Irish, how many hours?
About 450 on Steam, 100 before that.
Yeah, I got about 500 as well.
So, and it was released on Steam December 15th. So it's been about 7 months now.
The Steam release is as old as CCFN. The first CCFN took place just post Steam release. But that's another story for another day. So
yeah, I mean, and speaking of the stories, I mean, there's just the value that is within that 22 quid or $40 US. So the hundreds of hours and if you can get in with a team of people and participate in these community events, it's just win-win for everybody. And definitely go check it out on Steam. Check out Community Clan Fight Night on the Join Squad forums. Big thanks to everybody involved. And guys, we'll see you next week. My name is Johnny Omaha. We have OMBD, Redcoats, Warriors, Fear Academy, and Chronic here.
Exodus.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you all next week.
Thanks, Johnny. Good
Yeah, Johnny. Thanks.
See you guys.